we splurged a little. If you watched one of our most recent videos of us upgrading our shop shelves, you would have seen us use a track saw. A little bit of a backstory is we actually got that for Christmas. We could not justify spending about $1,000 Canadian for the saw and the track when we have a table saw and a circular saw. Most tools do one of two things: increase productivity, which the track saw does, or increase accuracy, which the track saw also does. Sometimes a tool can even make it safer. Track saw also does that. So after using it for a bit of time and realizing that yes, it is more accurate than a straight edge and a skill saw, it's also quicker than a skill saw and a straight edge, safer than a table saw and a skill saw. Also, you don't have to put plywood up on a working surface or awkwardly cut it on a table saw, saving your back. And that's where this comes in. After using the track saw with the small track and finding out just how awesome it is for cutting down full sheets of plywood, I wanted to get this track so we could cut down full sheets of plywood lengthways. And that's because trying to awkwardly lift a full sheet of plywood onto your working surface to cut it with your table saw usually isn't that accurate. So we went out, bought this track. Yes, you could buy two smaller tracks and put them together, but honestly, that just won't be as accurate. So we got this track. It's 3 meters long, 118 inches for the Americans, and as you can see, it comes well packaged. And for the price of about $200 Canadian, we're hoping that it'll save us a lot of time and be more accurate. So let's open this up and make its first cut. So if you've seen our past video, you'll actually know that we have a Milwaukee saw, not a Makita. You might be asking, why get a Makita track when they have a Milwaukee saw? Because they're identical, just Makita's a lot cheaper. Why not try to save some? Our smaller track is also Makita, and since that works so well, we figured why not go with Makita again. What is the point of me saying all this? I guess basically that sometimes the extra cost is worth it. And knowing what I know now, it would be one of my first purchases, not one of my last. With all that said, let's actually get into this and make our first cut. First thing you're going to want to do when making your first cut on a track is making sure the saw is tight, that it has no play in it. So if it is loose like this, all you need to do is tighten the little knobs. All track saws have these in some way or form. I like to tighten it all the way down until the saw doesn't move, and then back it off slightly. And there's no play. Why is the first cut so crucial? It's because that is the marking that you'll be using for all future cuts going forward. Before you make your cut, you want to make sure that all your guides are on there. These are the actual guides that make it so that you get a straight cut every time. If you start from back here, you'll have play in the saw. But as long as both guides are on the track and tightened down, you should get a straight cut every single time. You don't need to go very deep, and on this saw there's actually a scribing cut feature where I just flip this and it can only go down so far. Once you put on your safety glasses and your hearing protection, you're good to go. And that's all there is to it. Super excited to actually start using this. You'll be seeing it in a lot of videos. First thing we're going to use it for, which you won't see, is for the second part of the shop shelves that we're doing. But yeah, if you found this helpful in any way, or you even enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button. It means a lot.